This episode takes us to the Eastern Cape of South Africa, a land of incredible beauty and diversity. We're here to hunt blesbuck, and we'll be spending a full day stalking and shooting these animals for meat tomorrow. But today our agenda looks very different. Luke and I have some new equipment, and we'll be spending some time in the field, putting it to the test, making sure we're comfortable with the changes and happy with the accuracy, and then it's rifles away, air guns out, and time for a good old pigeon hunt. Let's see how the day plays out. Right, here we are at the range, also known as a really big field. And we're going to set up the large gong right here next to this bush, and then we're going to go back about 1,000 meters down there, and we're going to probably set the small gong about 500 meters, so right in the middle, and then we're just going to get shooting and see if we can get some good hits. That'll just secure Luke's confidence and my confidence in knowing that our rifles are set up properly, that we know exactly how they're shooting, so that when Luke goes out tomorrow to shoot the blesbuck and he lines up, no matter what range it is, he'll be confident. Confidence is really important, and this should do a world of wonders for our confidence before the hunt.
Okay, so this is my beautiful new GRS stock, and obviously with the harmonics changing the stock, it will change the point of impact, so we just need to re-zero before we carry on with shooting. What's great about this GRS stock is the adjustability that's built into it, so it allows you to just build the perfect shooting position, and when you're doing precision shooting, comfort and how you're able to hold the gun is of utmost importance.
After a long shooting session, it's always good to refuel with some good coffee. This is Braai and Jason. They live out here on Highfields farm, and they have been close friends with Luke for many years. After a bit of discussion and planning, we decide to head straight back out, this time with the air guns. Alright, well, we've done our bit of gong shooting, we've had a bit of coffee inside and relaxed a bit, but there's still a few hours of sunlight, so we're going to make use of the air guns that we've brought with. We're going to go out and see if we can get a few pigeons. I've brought with 2 guns today. First one being the FX Streamline. I've done a review of this rifle, but I haven't actually done much hunting with it, so I'm quite keen to get out and use it. I've also got a new scope on top that I haven't actually hunted with before, the Aztec Emerald, so that should be pretty cool. And then the second rifle we have is the good old faithful FX Impact, and although you know this rifle pretty well, we haven't actually done much with the Smooth Twist X barrel. So this will be the first time that I'm using the Smooth Twist X barrel in a hunting video. Looking forward to it, so let's not waste any more time, let's get out there and shoot some pigeons. So you might have to hold over half a mil.
Okay.
Other one's still there. Lovely. Those are the first 2 pigeon shot with the streamline and the scope. That's really good. I'm really happy with that. And on camera. So, sweet. Yeah, awesome. Let's keep going. There you go. First pigeon over here, and the second pigeon no more than a meter or 2 away. Lovely. So right behind me here we've got 2 storage sheds, and last time we came here we saw a lot of pigeons roosting up in the top of the sheds. They tend to like nesting in kind of rocky, hard places, and these roofs are perfect for them. So we're going to just poke our heads in there and see if we can spot any, and if there are, then either Luke or I will just take a quick shot and see if we can get them down. The rock pigeons seem surprisingly scarce today, so we decide to change tactics a bit and move down towards the trees where the doves like to perch. Pigeons like hard rocky areas like buildings and rooftops, while doves seem to prefer trees and thick vegetation. We decide to make our way down towards the old cattle sheds, which seem to attract the birds, and set up to shoot them out of the surrounding trees. And it's not long before we are back in action. That was 43 meters or 44 meters with a 45 foot-pound gun in 22 caliber. These pellets are very, very heavy. They're 25.4 grain, which is very heavy for 22 caliber. What's nice about the impact is that I've got it shooting with the exact same 0 point with both the 25.4 grain pellets and the 18 grain pellets. So I can bring with me 2 different magazines. I've got a darker magazine which is holding the 25.4 grain pellets. I can just slot it in, turn the power to 4 and get 45 foot-pounds. And then if I see a situation that doesn't require so much power, I can turn it down to power 1, which is about 32 foot-pounds, slot in this magazine which has got the 18 grain pellets, and take a shot and not have to change my 0 point. And that's what's so nice about this setup. And you could hear how quiet that shot was. I've got the Huggett moderator on the end of the barrel, and it's really doing a good job of just shutting everything up. So really, really happy with the setup. The doves keep landing in the same trees, and this time Luke's up with the streamline. Got it. The quality of the scope cam footage isn't great at all, but you can see just how little recoil this gun has, and with a little holdover the dove goes straight down. We spend some time looking around the sheds, but eventually end up returning to the same spot. It seems to be where all the action is. I line up on a dove with the impact, but I get the wind call wrong and end up with a miss. The wind is a little bit tricky, but after a short wait, another opportunity presents itself, and this time I get it spot on.
Solid.
I could have actually held a little bit more left, but thankfully this gun has the extra power, and so my average shot placement is enough to do the job quite well. Yo, this gun is hitting hard right now. It's really nice to use heavy pellets. I'm hoping that that's kind of the direction that the airgun industry or technology is moving, with higher ballistic coefficient pellets. We've got the technology for many shots per fill. We've got the technology with carbon fiber bottles, where you can carry a large air capacity. The valve design's getting much better. We've got the barrel technology now to shoot longer bullets, heavier bullets, better BC bullets. I'm really hoping that that's the next step in airgun technology. I think it will really go a long way in improving our ability to actually extend our range, extend our comfortable range with higher BC pellets or bullets. You can really reach out there and not be affected so much by the wind. So I'm really looking forward to the future. With the light starting to fade a bit, we decide to take a few more shots before wrapping it up. We take 1 or 2 more shots out of the trees, and then I spot a dove feeding on the ground. And this one is pretty cool. If I can get to these poles, I can rest on the pole, but I don't want them to see me, so it might be quite tough. That was nice and close, but sometimes the closer shots are harder than the further shots because you have to focus down, and sometimes it can be really challenging, especially at high magnification. So I had to just turn the magnification down there, try to find him, and then take a shot when he was still enough. But turned out pretty well. Well, that's where we're going to call it. We've got plenty of birds. The sun's starting to go down, so we're going to get back to our little spot and get all the breast meat out the birds and get them ready for cooking. Very happy with the way that both rifles performed today. Luke with the streamline took some great shots. I really like the scope, and Luke's commented on it as well. The reticle is really nice and clear. It's one of the best features of it in my opinion, and the fact that the reticle and the turrets are in the same unit, it really helps when you having to zero the scope or make any adjustments. And then obviously the impact, shooting those heavy pellets at like 45 plus foot-pounds, really put the hammer down on some of those birds. So we've done our job, very happy. Let's go fetch all of them and head back to the house.
So most people will regard pigeons as dirty, disgusting birds that they see on street corners in cities, but out here they live in the wild and they eat grains and are actually very healthy, probably healthier meat than a lot of the meat you'll buy in the supermarket, and they also taste great as well. So we're going to make use of these tonight, and I'm sure they'll go down well amongst all of us. With the pigeons, we basically just only use the breast meat, because as they're flying birds, most of the usable meat is in the breasts. There's not much on the rest of the body that's worthwhile taking the time to get off, like it would be in walking birds. So that's why we're just taking the breasts off these today. Okay, so this is why these birds are often regarded as agricultural pests, because where they farm grain, they often attack the plantations in their thousands and just decimate the crops. And then also on livestock farms like this, where they store feed, they can make a serious dent in the food stores.
Right, we're standing around the fire over here on a beautiful evening. We've got our pigeon breasts wrapped in bacon and ready to go on the braai grid, and we've got some other meat as well, some pork rashers, lamb chops and chicken breasts, so we should have plenty to keep us going until tomorrow morning.
Okay, so what we've got here is Johnny Gilmore. No, we're not going to put him in the braai. What we've actually got here is some blesbok wors from this farm that they've actually shot previously and have processed, and we're going to put it on the fire tonight. And I know from previous experience from staying here, the stuff is delicious, so I'm looking forward to it. This pigeon is delicious. Johnny, try. You can see what you think.
Let me try.
Feed it to Luke.
They're hot. Oh, that's really good. It's like a steak. A little bit chewy, but really nice.
It's nice, eh? Would you expect a bird to taste like that?
No, definitely not. That's way better than I thought. Shots.
Is it better than a spider?
Oh, yeah.
Stick in there.
This is the best new food I've had all day.
With all the meat ready to be eaten, the cameras disappear and dinner is served. An action-packed day comes to an end, and as the sky dances over Highfields, we all dream about the blesbok hunt the next day.